We don't wear pantyhose in Florida. But, oh, hey, stop with the gloves, would you? He's determined. All right. So, Dave, back up a little bit. All right. So, this is, of course, a pantyhose, and I'm sure you've seen it a few times before. Up here, right? A few, all right? Now, the pantyhose are 5 feet long. We're going to pretend that this is your colon, which is your colon is 5 feet long, right? And it can, normal is about 2.5 inches in diameter. But did you know that it can hold up to 5-6 inches of old fecal matter? That's how big your colon can stretch out if you're not eliminating, right? And so for today, Dave, what your job is, if you should take it, is to hold that colon or pantyhose over my bowl, and we're going to show them what the American diet does to the colon, okay?
Okay.
All right, so here we go. So, meal
Do people in the
number
back
one.
see?
Can you
Or do I
guys
have to
see?
hold up like this?
No. And if you need to slide along the sides, you can move up. You can move up if you can't see. Okay. All right. So here's what happens with a typical American diet. All right. You get up. You either don't have time for breakfast or you haven't been to the market. Your wonderful boss has nice donuts prepared, or you swing into the Dunkin' Donuts on the way to work, right? So let's just talk about this luscious donut, what's in this, okay? So the first ingredient that we have in here is, I talked about it a moment ago, white what? White flour. And white flour and water make what? Paste. So that's going to gum up our villi, correct? Yeah. Correct? Okay? And it's also called gluten. We'll talk about that later on today. Then another ingredient in here, Dave, is sugar, okay? Did you know that the American diet, let's see if we can guess. How many people think we consume, give me a guess of how much sugar we consume per month? Per month.
5 pounds.
5 pounds.
More, I think more. 20. More like 50 pounds.
It's 10, you're getting closer.
15.
15 pounds of sugar a month is what is in the average American diet. And you say, I'm not doing that. Look again and look at what you're doing. But you know what we're doing? Most of us are drinking it. You're drinking a lot of sugar, okay? Then, you know, sugar, of course, causes diabetes and inflammation and all those kind of things, and weight gain and everything like that. But another thing that this is fried in, okay, they fry these donuts, and it's called hydrogenated oil. It's a fake fat, right? And this fake fat was not created for the food industry. Hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oil was actually created to harden soap by a French scientist in the early 1900s. And they found out that they could keep a Twinkie alive for 100 years. So they said, cool, let's just go ahead and put this in our food, right? The problem is that this is an example of hydrogenated oil. This is Cremora. And if you read the back of the label of a Cremora or Coffee Mate or whatever you want, one of those things, let's just put in my garage, okay, over about a week and a half time, which is about 90 degrees in Florida. This will turn as hard as a brick because hydrogenated oil knits, picks, and tears because it's like a plastic. It does not break down in your bloodstream. So a lot of people think that cholesterol is the big enemy of your heart. It's not. It's the damage of hydrogenated oil, okay, will actually tear the inside of the arteries, nick, pit, and tear it. And so the cholesterol and the calcium, what it does is says, I can't have that, so it goes and it sticks to it. It makes a scab, and now we start to get narrowing of the arteries. Do you see how bad this is? So it's a fake fat. So you got to read labels. It's in cookies, crackers, peanut butter, everything packaged food. You got to turn it over and get the hydrogenated oil out of your life because that's really, really bad. So Dave, over the lips, over the gums, look out the stomach, our first meal of the day. Here we go. Yummy, yummy, right?
Delicious.
Okay, so we're going to just put that in there, driving down the road, talking on our cell phone. And all right, then the bowel does what we call peristaltic action. So it squeezes and it's trying to get rid of that out of the bowel. And the stomach's going, oh my gosh, what is that? Okay? And it's like, the mouth says, oh, that is so good. The stomach goes, oh my God, what did you just do to me? Okay? Now, then we're not just happy with our donut, right? We have to have the all-American
Drink.
What is it?
Coffee.
Coffee,
Oh,
okay?
delicious.
So, after a minute, you won't think so. All right, now, coffee, and I know Americans love their coffee, but coffee is very acidifying, and I'm going to get into pH balancing, and that's a foundation of getting healthy. And coffee is very acidifying. It also destroys your friendly bacteria, okay, in your gut. So like an antibiotic, right? Now, if you do 1 cup a day and you do other healthier things, it's going to be okay. But if you're drinking a pot a day, you really need to rethink this, okay? Because you're dehydrating yourself. You know, after 1 cup of coffee, you should probably drink like 3 glasses of water to get the hydration back, all right? So then we're not just happy with our coffee, right? We have to have a little sweetener, okay? So, because we don't want to get fat, Dave. We're just worried about our weight. And so we're going to have a little aspartame. Do you know when you put these chemicals in your body, aspartame, when heated over 86 degrees, turns into formaldehyde? We are embalming ourselves. Did you know that it actually makes you get fatter because of a neurotoxin and a cytotoxin that chemically triggers the brain, that you want more sugar after you have your aspartame? Think about it. The last time you had your Diet Coke, okay, and then you crave something salty or something more to go with it, it's an addictive behavior. And then, of course, we're going to have our Cremora, you know, whatever, instead of real organic cream or something like that. Oh my God, that was awful. Okay, I was stirring
For
it
you in the
up.
back, it was junks.
Yeah, over the lips, over the gums, look out stomach, here it comes. Now, the only thing about coffee is it does act as a laxative, but Dave, it's not working this morning. It's not happening, okay. All right, we're moving right along. We had so much nutrition for breakfast, right, that we probably need a little pick-me-up in between lunch and breakfast and lunch. But we just moved right on, we're working, so we have to go to our breakfast. And we only have 30 minutes for lunch. So, you know, the American way is, you know, over in Europe they give you 2 hours, but not here, right? So what are we going to do for the first ingredient? What is this made out of?
Flour.
White flour, okay? Now what about this stuff? Is that real cheese?
No.
What kind of oil is in here? Hydrogenated oil. No, it tears to the arteries, right? Oh, but Dave, wait a minute.
Healthy.
This is the vegetable of the day. It's a pickle. I'm so proud of you. That is just so amazing. And then what about the meat? Is this grass-fed meat, which I approve of? Is this grass-fed? No. Full of antibiotics, hormones, steroids. We have our children, our young women getting periods at 9 and 10 years old. Why do you think that that's happening, right? So over the lips, over the gums, look out stomach, our second meal of the day goes down. And the stomach's going, and the lips say, wow, that tastes really good. The stomach's going, oh my God, what the heck are you doing to me? All right? And then what is a hamburger without the what? All American French fries. What kind of oil are these fried in?
Peanut.
Hydrogenated oil. We got a jokester here. Okay, and what do? Supersize it. So what does that do to the arteries?
Clog.
Tears them up, causes damage, right? Okay, and then you think our teenagers, do you know that they do autopsies on 3 years old and find arteriosclerosis already happening at 3 years old, okay? So I'm doing my peristaltic action, it's not happening. Okay, where's my soda? I can't have a hamburger and french fries without the soda, right? So we have in here Coca-Cola, Diet, Sprite, any of them. There's an ingredient called phosphoric acid. And phosphoric acid literally leaches the calcium from your bones. We'll get into that. We get into it a little bit further. When you do this, you are literally putting yourself at high risk for osteoporosis, osteopenia, right? And of course there's sugar or fake sugar, which isn't good either, right? So over the lips, over the gums, look out stomach, here it comes, and a lot more sugar. Here we go, okay. He's shaking. The colon doesn't shake, Dave. It just doesn't shake. Okay. All right, then usually
I was exercising.
and usually we go now mid-afternoon. We're hitting the vending machine, right? Is that healthy, or are we doing some kind of crackers or cookies or what? More what?
Sugar.
Sugar. More what?
White flour.
White flour, and then what kind of oil?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen oil. A full loaded diet. And then, you know, Dave, I've been too busy to go to the grocery store, so I hope you don't mind just having a little canned food. In Florida, I tell people the only reason I keep canned food around is in case of a hurricane. You guys are probably excused because of snowstorms, right? But if you buy canned goods, if you look on the back and you can't pronounce the names on the back of the can, it's probably a good idea we don't eat it. They're loaded with preservatives, right? But over the lips, we're gonna Denti Moore it tonight. I hope you don't mind, you know, little canned food here. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And that's just full of nutrition, I'm sure of it. Oh my gosh. It's acid reflux. I told you not to eat so much, Dave. Okay. Oh, and honey, you know, that just was not satisfying. I'm still hungry. You know why you're still hungry? Because you had no nutritional value the whole entire day. But we're gonna sit in our easy chair, we're gonna have a little ice cream. Chocolate or vanilla, which I'm gonna do chocolate. Did you know that store-bought ice cream has over 300 chemicals in it, which is one is diethyl glucol, which is used in antifreeze, and they don't even have to claim it on the back of the label, but is not a good thing. And there we go. So we have leaky auto-intoxication going on. Okay, lower that down just a little bit more because I can't read. All right, and then I know you want me to save you one of these, but we're all watching, so you cannot have one. Okay, so before bed, the American way is what? A snack, a cookie, right? The all-American cookie. What kind of oil is in here? Hydrogenated oil. What else? White flour, sugar. There, you kind of get the biggest enemies of our diet are all in here, right? So we'll do the second cookie. I won't watch if somebody wants to get that third one, but you'll be in trouble. Okay, now, all right, so peristaltic action. Oh my gosh, Dave, it's not going real well. We are definitely getting constipated. Okay, now, the milk story, okay? People have fought with me, now they're finally coming around to my way of thinking, okay? Back in the early day, even some of the nutritionalists in the company were like, oh my God, Dr. Cheryl, you can't talk bad about milk. But I have to, okay? When you study milk and what they do to our dairy cows, if you had a cow out back, it's grass-fed, it's not quite as bad. But when they pasteurize the milk, and I'll show you in the slides in a minute what they're doing to our cattle and how bad milk is, but it's one of the biggest offenders to your gut. Because the casein in here is designed for a calf, not a human. Okay, we're the only species that drinks milk after it's weaned. Okay, and those particles don't digest, and they can cause leaky gut syndrome. So we're going to do our milk, and it's very allergy forming. Okay, so there we go. So this is 1 day's worth of the all-American diet. Is that heavy, Dave?
Yes.
It's heavy.
Got some,
right?
got some weight there.
Now, do you eat like this?
No.
No?
I do not.
That's good. I'm glad.
I may have.
You had in the past?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. But Julie's got you straightened down, I'm
Yeah.
sure. All right. But can you guys see how horrible this is and what this is doing to you? What if we eat like this day after day after day? I'm sure you guys maybe have some teenagers that you're worried about right now that you're calling like, oh my God! You know, so let's lower this down. What we're going to do is we're going to do yes, bury it. Okay. We're going to do a colon cleanse day. We're not going to eat like that anymore. I am putting my foot down. We're going to change sides. Okay, go to the other side. All right, here I got to do a little cleanup here. Oh, sorry. Here's a brush.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so now we're going to do our cleansing. We're going to get rid of that way of eating, and I want to show we're going to do a fresh pantyhose after cleanse. Our body feels so much better already. Okay, now hold that over top. Here, let me bury this guy so it doesn't splash up. Okay. All right. So now, here's the concept of what God made your body to eat. Okay. So, you know, boy, Pam and Earl fed me so good this morning. We had this beautiful egg vegetable omelet with a little bit of berries. It's just so perfect. But this morning we're just going to do our fruit, maybe a little eggs. You know, you can do some steel cut oatmeal, but we want to do whole foods. And what I want to talk about is how your body reacts to fresh, natural food. So in this, over there, was that a hydrating diet? Did that have any water content to it? No. What about this one? Does this have water content to it? Yes. Hydrates you, right? What about, did that have fiber in it over there? The other one? What does this have fiber? This is fruit, by the way, if you can't see in the back. It's all nice cut up fruit. Fiber. What about antioxidants? Fighting free radical damage. So this is going to strengthen the colon. This is going to exchange nutrients into your bloodstream that your body knows what to do. Antioxidants, vitamin C, beta carotenes, all kinds of proanthocyanidins, wonderful things, berries, bananas, all those things are amazing. So now we're going to do our little bit of peristaltic action, and the colon says, that's just lovely, and I feel so much better. And the small intestines are picking up all those nutrients, and the fiber is strengthening our colon. And the bowel goes, oh my goodness, that is just so much better. Clean. That's what you want, right? Now, for our lunch, we want to do a fresh vegetable, either a salad every day, you're sauteing your vegetables in a good proper oil, no hydrogenated oil, little bits of protein, the type of meats you want, again, grass-fed, or if your chicken is free-range, buy the better grades of meat, smaller amounts of meat, which is like we're going to teach in the TLS. But let's just look here with what your bowel does with the difference of this. So again, peristaltic action, and ta-da, ta-da. And all those phytonutrients, all the lycopenes, the amazing nutrition that your fruits and vegetables give you, and look at what it does to your colon. Now, Dave, I don't know about you, but I'd much rather you have a colon like this than that one.
I agree.
You agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a changed man?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Give Dave a big
We didn't have any water.
I know. Well, we got to throw a little while I'm going to drink the water. But hydrate with water, purified water, right? All right. So I'm going to save that for drinking. Okay. Thank you,
you.
Dave. Thank you so much.